AI companion,
AI models,
AI agents,
AI, power of AI.
After major backlash, Microsoft is bringing back Recall, its controversial screen capture feature.
With Recall, we're going to leverage the power of AI to access virtually anything you have ever seen on your PC.
Since Microsoft announced the feature, they've gone back to the drawing board with the feature and tried to improve it to meet higher privacy standards. The problem with the feature isn't the privacy and security standards. It's the inherent risks of storing and recording your activity on your computer. What is Recall? So if you're out of the loop, how exactly does Microsoft Recall work? And why is Microsoft so obsessed with adding AI features to Windows? Recall works by periodically saving snapshots of your activity on your computer. These snapshots are scanned and catalogued using a local AI agent. Microsoft claims it's a useful feature to find your previously viewed activities, such as what website you were looking at yesterday. These new AI features require Microsoft's new Copilot PCs. These computers feature neural processing units, which can perform AI operations much faster and more efficiently than a traditional CPU or GPU. Microsoft has been continuing to add AI features into their Windows 11 operating system, centered around their AI product, Microsoft Copilot. Some of these features utilize an on-device small language model, which allows Copilot to do tasks such as transcribing audio and translating text. However, a lot of operations require your data to be sent off your device to OpenAI's servers. This is especially concerning, considering they have continually been fined for violating the GDPR in Europe. Initially, Windows Recall was enabled by default on all Copilot PCs. Because of public backlash, they've confirmed the feature will be opt-in. Recall raises several privacy and security concerns. So let's break it down and explain why it's concerning and isn't something you want or need. Snapshotting and screenshotting your activity for later use seems like a very useful and convenient feature. However, you might not want all your activities stored and analysed by an artificial intelligence agent. To give Microsoft credit, they have significantly increased the security of Windows Recall since its debut in May of last year. But despite Microsoft's attempts to increase the security of Windows Recall, it still creates a treasure trove of data that could be exploited by info stealers and malware. The main concern that was brought forward about Recall at its initial release was that the data wasn't secured properly. Researchers were able to access Recall data unencrypted in their device's app data folder. Microsoft has addressed this by protecting Recall data and snapshots using VBS, or virtualization-based security enclaves. According to Microsoft, these VBS enclaves use a hypervisor to segment the computer's memory into a special protected area where information can be processed. As an additional precaution, Recall snapshots are only available after you authenticate using Windows Hello. Despite this, Microsoft doesn't have a good track record when it comes to exploiting their users' data for their own profits and following industry standard security practices. Microsoft promises that the data stored in Recall won't be sent off your computer, but many users raise concerns that this could change at any time in the future. Another concern with Recall is that it allows for data to be exfiltrated from a device even if the access to the data has been revoked. For instance, you've been having a confidential conversation with someone on Signal, but you don't want the messages to stick around after, so you enable disappearing messages. If Recall is operating in the background, recording your activity, the contents of those now deleted messages will be stored in Recall. Thankfully, the Signal team has already thought of this, and they've rolled out a change to stop Signal being recorded within Recall by default. Microsoft has tried to address this by allowing you to choose to exclude certain applications from being recorded within Recall. However, it's likely most users won't dig into these extra settings. So what now? Well, Microsoft Recall is kinda creepy, but don't worry, there's actionable steps you can take to protect yourself. The first thing you can do is disable recall on your system. To remove recall, type Windows Features in the search box on your taskbar. Uncheck recall from the dialog and restart your PC. This will remove any previously saved snapshots when recall is removed. At the end of the day, Microsoft Windows is not in the business of caring about your privacy. Microsoft has shown time and time again that they don't respect their users' privacy. There's never been a better time to boycott Microsoft. Depending on what you use your computer for, Linux might be a great alternative that coincidentally doesn't have invasive AI integrations and respects your privacy. Linux comes in different distributions that are customized for specific use cases. Fedora KDE Plasma Desktop is a great alternative to Windows, with a familiar interface which utilizes modern technologies to keep you secure and private. Best of all, it has no tracking, advertising, and AI integrations. While Windows Recall is a scary reminder that companies will keep pushing the boundaries on what is an acceptable amount of privacy invasion, there are always ways you can take back your privacy, and it's never too late to start making positive steps towards being safer online. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, get subscribed so you can catch our future videos. If you want to support our work creating informative and educational content about privacy, consider making a donation. See you next time on Privacy Guides.